It's a new day, family. How y'all doing today? It's Haywood Barber from the Haywood Barber Show, the Harlem Heretic, coming at you real quick. I'm in a remote studio today, so I'm a little bit out of sorts, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it done no matter what. And that's just how we're committed to making it happen no matter what, and we're going to get it done. We got a couple of topics. We're going to breeze right through our 30-minute episode. I have set up everything so that we can start doing 45-minute shows, then 1-hour shows at the beginning of the month. Excuse me. And that's just because we're evolving and we're moving right along. Like a lot of things, you know. Tonight we're going to talk... we're going to talk about stocks, and if you got your money in your 401k or your mutual funds and things like that, what you should do real quick. We're going to get into some real quick, fast, quick calorie counting maneuvers that you can do in order to get some of them extra calories off. I'm big on health. And, we talked last night a little bit about, the joy, getting the joy back in your life and not letting anyone steal your joy. And we're going to do that. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. And the things that might be killing you without you even knowing it. I mean, and that's still staying in the lines of the joy, making sure that you do the things that you have much joy about. And as I said at the top of the hour, this whole thing about the things that you love. I've been a big proponent of make all the money you can, go out for all the money you can, and I've had some serious trips and stumbles and bumbles along the way, and that's not so much the premise of everything that I do anymore. So we're going to talk about some of the things that might be killing you slowly, softly. So, and then I'm going to talk about coupons and, to be as thrifty as you can. Because, again, everybody's thing is not about being super rich. And, I had a friend of mine, one of my more recent mentors talked about, don't worry about the expense, just make make the money so the expense doesn't even count. And that's all good, but not everybody is on that, and I have to always stay cognizant of the fact that not everybody is on the super rich part of their life. That's not what everybody is all about, and I kind of can relate to that. Probably going to stay on today being the anniversary of Sandy Hook. We're gonna hit that a little bit too. Of the 100-day anniversary anyway, and the gun rights, the NRA, the assault rifle, all those things are still in the news, and President Obama was still pushing the good fight. All about, fixing the gun laws in this country, especially background checks. And I don't know if the assault rifle ban is gonna make it through either the Senate or the House, for that matter. But we're gonna touch on it anyway. And same-sex marriage is still in the news, which is just not gonna go away. I mean, I think that the whole country is turning a tide, so to speak. But anyway, let's get out. Just get out of the way. One of the most important, essential parts of this show. And as this show continues to grow and gets its notoriety, and I think that's starting to happen. I'm getting more and more calls every day. I'm getting more and more tweets and more Facebook posts about the show, which I tell you, my heart is just in complete delight. That's what made me, even as early as today, decide to go ahead and kick it into the next gear and get everything going. Even though I'm on the road, I'm going to, stay committed. Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that Lola and I are going to do the scandal review. Boom. But for now, I want to get this one piece out of the way. One of the most important pieces is the I love you piece. The fact that I want you to know when you come here that this is a no judgment zone and a place where you can absolutely get an I love you. And it's a sincere I love you. It's an I love you that I want you to know that a person that doesn't know you but cares about you is genuinely letting you know that he loves you. And I tell you where I get this power from to be able to tell you that without knowing you. I get it from my God, because my God shares that much love with me to let me know that I can disperse it as well and give it out freely without having to worry about whether you love me or not, whether you agree or disagree with me or not. Neither one of those things matter. Whether you get to know me intimately or not, it doesn't matter. We can have and we can share love. And so I just simply want you to know I love you. It doesn't even have anything to do with the fact that you come to this show, that you are here listening to this. Matter of fact, I challenge you to tell somebody that doesn't listen to my show that I love them. That you can say that this guy, Haywood Barber, loves you. And he means it. And I do. And I often say, anyway, not often say, but I've said that if you need something that you think that I can help you with, and you can probably get some of my gifts and some of the things that I do well. I let everybody know the other day about how I helped my dad. He got himself twisted up with a police officer and having his tags undone, and then didn't have his registration, and so he got several tickets and then a bench warrant because he didn't make it to the court case. He kind of confused the dates, so I went with him and wind up getting everything done, and then everybody in the courtroom waiting for their case wind up cheering him on because everything got dropped. And I say that I will do the same thing for anybody around the country if I can. If it has to be on the phone or do my best to talk for you, I will. And that number, if you want to call me and set something up, you can either go to my Facebook page, Haywood Barber, on Facebook, or you can give me a call at 252-495-0085. I repeat, that's 252-495-0085. But anyway, so let's talk about this. The stock market has been rallying, and when you say rallying, that means it's been going up. It's already surpassed the all-time high record ever. So the stock market has been going up. However, and I know that makes people feel real good, especially the people that left all their money in the stock market, which was good. And if you've seen my back in 2008, I was mentioning, and I'm not sure if I was on Facebook at the time, but I'm pretty sure I was. And I was saying, if I were you, I wouldn't touch your funds. I wouldn't panic. And a lot of people panicked, I know, with mutual funds and not so much the bond funds, because that's, I think, is a good place to put your money right now. And at the time, that's what a lot of people were doing, taking their money out of the stock market and put it in the bond, because that's a safe place. Right now, I think it's a good time to go ahead and take your money out and put into bonds or put into less equity-oriented funds. And equities are stocks. Because I think that there is a genuine bubble this time. There was a genuine concern back then, but I wouldn't have pulled my money out, because then you would have lost back the gains. But this time, I think, is genuinely a good time to maybe pull your money out of the stock market and place it in bonds or some kind of cash funds and wait for the correction. And that's typically when there's a bubble, and then it kind of fixes itself and goes to the level where it really should be. Now, I don't believe that it would be 6,000, kind of where in 2007, 2008, when we had that crash. That was more or less people panicking. I think now we're going to have what is just an organic correction in the market, because I think things are a little bit overdone. And you gotta know, when you're talking about stocks and bonds, it's mostly stocks, equities, the prices can be pushed up by the rich guys or the big fund people. And when you're talking about big fund, big pension funds and big corporate funds and things like that, can overinflate prices and run the price up, and then pull out when it gets to its highest point, and then pull out altogether and just take their profits and then move on. Meanwhile, guys like you and me, small guys, get caught holding the bag, especially if you're doing these kind of thing of day trading. Look, and look, I am not a broker. I am not an advisor. I just watch these things and I kind of know a little bit about them, but I'm not trying to tell you definitely do what I'm suggesting. Check with your advisor before you do anything, because they might even say leave the money there. So even if it does drop, and then over time it'll correct itself if you're a long-term player. So that being said, just be cautious. At least start to I would go to Wikipedia, believe it or not, on how to, or WikiHow, so you can at least learn a little bit about what I'm saying, so you can understand it. If you don't really care, and if you're really not a short term, your horizon is long term, who cares? So just leave your money there and just keep it moving. I was thinking about calories. And while I was driving today, I was coming up north. I come up here every other week, and I was just thinking about some of the techniques that I do when I don't get a chance to do my full walk run. And I was just thinking about how I do my flexing my muscles of my stomach muscles, and how I keep patting my feet, and how if I eat. I eat a lot of nuts on the road. I try not to eat that big of a meal, because you never know what's going to happen to I don't know what's going to happen to my stomach anyway. But I do that. I flex my stomach muscles all through the day, especially while I'm driving, because that's burning calories. Even though it's not as much, of course, as a 20-minute walk or 30-minute walk. But flexing your muscles, even clenching your hand to a fist, will actually burn calories. You can even, like when I say I eat the nuts, I overchew. Most people they say I take too long to eat, because they say I overchew, but I'm not overchewing. My doctor says that one thing I do have is a good digestive system, because I do chew my food well. I chew my food at the proper level. Most people don't chew their food. They're just so interested in swallowing, but that actually hurts your digestive system and actually clogs you up. And you won't get the same amount of calorie benefit, because if you chew all the way to the finer point, you're actually burning more calories. I think that even every time you make any movement while you're at work, exaggerate that movement. So if you're leaning over to get something, over lean or overreach. Or then even lean back and then lean up and then lean back. In the mornings, I do a super stretch when I look out the window to see, how the day looks. I do an overreach. So essentially, all I'm saying is simply just exaggerate whatever movements that you do, so you can get more calories. You can get more burn for the burning of calories, if that makes any sense. And if it doesn't, give me a call or go on my Facebook page. Definitely want to hit on this point that we breezed off of yesterday, in terms of, do the things and push towards the things that make you happy. The things that are in life that really give you joy. And of course, move those things out of your life that don't, or have a tendency to be a killjoy. Get rid of those folk. Because, I say, who needs them? Who needs negativity? I've over the years, it seems that there's a group of people, as they mature, they get happier. And there's a group of people, as they mature, they get grumpier. Try and be that person that be a smiler, an enjoyer. You know, as a friend of mine that I grew up with, and he's an older fella now. And as he gets older, he seems to be more joyful, more happy. He sends out, even on Facebook while he's on there, he sends out glory messages all the time about good deeds and good things that are going on. And again, like I said, I see other people right around his same age. Not only are their attitudes so pissy and so poor, it seems like they're coming apart. You know, they everything is going wrong. They see everything wrong. They push everything that they see that's wrong on everybody that's around them. So I say to you, dismiss those people as best you can. Sometimes they're going to be family, your brothers, your sister, might even be your mother or your father, and you might not be able to get rid of them. But distance yourself from their mental attitude, because, I mean, it is, I think, one of the most gratifying pieces of life that God gives us is to be on a quest, a conquest, if you will, for joy. I sit before you right now, coming off of, as I mentioned yesterday, a sickle cell crisis, with a tinge of it, dealing with it today, and then being under the I don't want to say stress, but the tension of driving safe. You know, I had some situation a month ago, a month and a half ago or so, where I was on the side of the highway with a blown out tire because of something. So, you know, of course, I'm watching everything, right? This becomes the tripped out movement now, you know, with me watching and keeping an eye and not losing my attention span. It's actually funny. I mean, it really is. But I mean, it was a safe trip, thank God, and everything went well. And I got to see my family, and I'm enjoying the time with them now. And I'm enjoying my time with you now in a whole new location. I have no sound equipment. I have no music for you today, other than me, you know, I was going to try and sing a Michael Bublé, I hope that's how I pronounce his name, song. And I was going to try and get Lola to bring in her iPad and pop that song on and all that kind of stuff, because I like this dude. He's got so much soul. It's unbelievable. But this is where I'm going. Get your soul. I mean, get that joy that's just ringing around you, that your heart always feel full of joy and so much soul that's going on with you. That's why I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this country, with this, despite its departure from its document, the founding document, and its departure from that authentic place that they were genuinely trying to set up, that we as a people, being so forgiving as we have been to the founding documents and the founding fathers, and just this place that was just horrible to people, that we've actually saved this country as a people. We saved it because of our soul, because of our we being so in touch with the heavenly, with the Father, and we gave this country, to me, back its life, despite its full departure from what they committed and what they said that they were going to be about. So anyway, don't let generalizations kill you and take you away from who you are and what you're all about. You know, and look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been a victim of generalizations and saying that I will never, and that one always does, and you always does. And I'm learning, and I'm not quite healed from this disease. I call it a disease because I see how it kills relationships, and killed a few good relationships of mine. Especially putting labels on people. You always, you never do, and you know, and never looking, doing introspection on myself. And to me, that's almost that. Those are the days when I was taking life too serious. And I've learned, and I'm continuing to learn how not to put labels on people, not to generalize in situations either. I mean, I'm just trying to give you, I know typically I'm trying to give you information for your water cooler, but today I'm trying to give you something to go look in the mirror and make sure that you do a good assessment of yourself so you can be a better person. So we can all be better godly people. Okay? Oh man, let me tell you something. I know a lady. She is a coupon super queen because of the way she cuts through coupons and she gets bargains. I mean, in some cases, I've seen her buy from coupons, save hundreds of dollars on items, and in some cases, get money back from items because of coupons, because she buys so many and then they have to give her back money. And then she buys enough for sometime a whole year, if not the year, for 6 months at a time. Now, you might not be able to afford to do that, and I know that this is where signing up for clubs, and I wanted to mention this a few days ago, signing up for like Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's. These are places where you can absolutely save a lot of money because you're buying in super bulk. They're buying in super bulk. Then you get a chance to buy, and maybe I shouldn't call yours super bulk, but you get a chance to buy in bulk as well. So if you're buying from any of these clubs, for Costco, I believe I think we pay $50 for it. And if you know, Lola and I, we live in two different parts of the country, and so she's using it, I'm using it, we're both saving. I'm starting to learn and see how much of a benefit. And of course, you know, I'm a guy, so I never thought to even use coupons. And coupons are kind of corny, and they kind of show that, you know, it's almost like getting on food stamps or something, which we know that right now that there are more people on food stamps than there ever have been in this country as a result of the Bush-Cheney clan and the thievery that they did on this country, and then this absolutely just raped the country of its resources and left it for they left it on the side of the road like roadkill. It's amazing how these people will sacrifice the country for their own personal gain. Dick Cheney, he's a crook. It's amazing. And the fact that you still got guys like Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, and Savage, and Glenn, well, I don't think Glenn Beck actually calls these guys out. Actually, he calls Bush, all of them out. But they won't even admit that that's what these guys did. They took the country into 2 wars just to hide all the crime that they were putting on the country. This is insane, and we go for it, and we go for it, and we're overlooking it even now. And it's a good thing. One thing about that's beautiful is that nobody's putting the punishment on the president, the current president, for all of the nonsense that the country is currently going through now, because they know that he wasn't the one. So anyway, do that with coupons and save yourself some money, save your family some money, put the money away, start saving. Right now, again, we talked about the stocks. Maybe not the best place to put all your money in. Might be even take some of your money out and put it in a safe haven. Over exaggerate any movements that you make. Do some flexing of your stomachs and your arms, and doing some fist pumps, and you can burn calories that way. I mean, and every little bit counts. You know, once again, the body is no food will ever go to waste in the body. So if you overeat, trust me, it won't get wasted. The body doesn't do that. We talked about getting your joy, and the more joy you get, the bigger your soul is. That's how we save this country, y'all. I'm telling you. And don't forget don't generalize. You know, it's a soft, slow way of killing yourself. And do the coupons. The coupons is big. I think that right now, matter of fact, I don't think, this is an absolute, learn everything you can about real estate investing. Everything you can. Go to Lola Barber's page or LRE Matrix page or either the Original Money Coach and start picking up tips on real estate investing. Again, you can use that number I gave out earlier. You can give me a call or go to my page and ask me for any tips. I'm going to actually put up some of our classes for free that we have done in the past, and we charge. I think one of the classes we charged about $600 or $700 per person, and then let them bring a person. But I'm gonna put up the audio for free, so you can just automatically download it. Look, 100 days have gone by in regards to the Sandy Hook Newtown crisis. Do not let these children. Here, let me do it this way. Do not let the event at Sandy Hook go away without us taking proper measures when it comes to these children. Now, you know, from the community that we come from, we know that we see this kind of event on a daily basis. But now that it was children, I do want us to make sure that we use the leverage in the proper way. I don't want to politicize the children, but I think it's an opportunity for us to make sure that we couple the situations of the youth in urban areas, killing them on an ongoing basis. So get in touch with your congressman, get in touch with your Senate. Call this number, 202-224-3121. I repeat, 202-224-3121. And definitely get in touch with your congressman. Get in touch with your senator, whoever your representative are, and make this situation, make it go away. There are things that we can do. Let's not let the NRA bully the situation and push back. Nobody's trying to infringe on anyone's Second Amendment rights. That's not what we do here. Nobody wants to do that. I mean, if it was a Bill of Rights that was wrong, then I would say then we need to alter it. I mean, this country taking people from their homeland and stealing their essence from them was wrong, and I'm going to say it. And they've never admitted strong enough or admit on an ongoing basis that they took the essence from a people. And when they always seem like they want to, it's just the funniest thing that somebody is trying to work for nothing or sit around and get something for nothing from the government. The government stole people from their land. This government has stole resources from that very land. This government has done just the most despicable things from a human rights standpoint. Forget about the just pure thievery of resources, but the human rights. So look, and then when certain things do happen on the soil of this country, you have to understand where it comes from. You got the Middle East and North Africa having the sentiment that they have about this country because the country has done and has taken up positions and meddled in other people's affairs. But that's not my point here. I don't want to do that today. Sandy Hook, let's not let these children, let's not let their death go in vain. Let's not do that. it just hurts too much. You know, I watched this gentleman, Neil, I don't know his last name. He lost his son with a super shining face. And I just see how much it just hurts. He still can't talk. Everyone, this is Haywood Barber for the Haywood Barber Show, the Harlem Heretic. Once again, I tell you that they call me a heretic because I refuse to walk in someone else's doctrine. I refuse to follow the leader. If I'm not the leader, I'm not even interested. I refuse to fall in line just because. That's just not who I am. Thank you once again for coming to the show, for listening to the show. I do appreciate it. Thank you for understanding how I've been feeling for the last couple of days. I'm going to get my energy back. You can count on it. And I love you. I really do. I love you so much. Pass that around. I tell you how big I get and how much I feel from being able to say that all day long. Thank you once again for coming to the Haywood Barber Show.